on CTV3 News. Shooting incident in Guineagrass leaves one person injured. A prominent attorney is on the hot seat tonight. He is accused of raping a woman from the city. Police looking for a van believed to have been used in the shooting incident of Jose Matos. Guineagrass resident on the lam after allegedly shooting his friend on the leg, and on what would have been 105th birthday, the father of the nation, George Cattle Price, is honored in Orange Walk. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Tuesday, that is January 16th, 2024.
Ignite the innovator in you with Dell. Cellular World is an authorized partner for Dell Technologies. Whether you're looking for equipment for personal use or to transform your business, Dell Technologies can provide you with the right equipment to suit your needs. Dell is more than just desktop computers and laptops. The full line also includes monitors, data storage solutions, keyboards, docking stations, and other accessories. This is technology that makes it possible and provides solutions for every situation. Shop for your Dell products at Cellular World, your #1 Dell authorized partner in Belize, and get all the technology you want for less. Bring your brightest ideas to life with intelligent technology. Cellular World, authorized Dell partner.
With Express Plus, you can stream on the go or stream at home. Stream the latest movies, telenovelas, series, anime, or music videos from your favorite local artists. Sign up now with Centaur's Express Plus.
Yes, I give her 50 times ending, now me have to pay.
Where you going, bruh? The who they stress you out again, Namule?
Boy, I don't want to believe at the fool again.
Again?
But I mess up this time for real, for real. Wanna really want to know?
Yes. I want yeah.
Can't make it a big deal.
We
Sean,
know what that.
I know how you going now.
Oh, man.
You really want to know?
Yeah?
Take my plan, and I give her. I take my plan and put it in a name.
In a name?
Wait, so tell me something. You still pay for this plan?
Yeah. But hear this. This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize. This plan, I can't left this plan, yeah. This plan, I can't left this plan. Postpaid plan. This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize, it's unlimited data. Smart choice plan can light up your day. Postpaid with eSIM, make everything better. Just visit Smart showrooms today. I can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. Can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. Affordable for everyone. I can't left this plan. The postpaid plan, cause the data really strong.
You know why? Listen, for the best post and prepaid. You know that Smart got you back.
My bad. She could left me for another man. The truth, once I have my plan, once I have my Smart Plus plan, I no worry cause the data strong. I know when the bleed, that's all I need. And you could tell me where you are, but I never left this plan. Smart have the best services. We post your plan have everything, so you could talk and text unlimited. Come set up your group. We got share plan 1 and 2. Up to 10 friends can connect anywhere. Boom! I can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. The postpaid plan, cause the data really strong. Don't dig it down, 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 don't dig it. Smart, bringing people together.
With Express Plus, you can stream on the go or stream at home. Stream the latest movies, telenovelas, series, anime, or music videos from your favorite local artists. Sign up now with Centaur's Express Plus.
Good evening. With your news, also simulcast on Face FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. An 18-year-old from the community of Guineagrass in Orange Walk is tonight recovering from a gunshot injury he received while socializing at the home of a friend. According to police, Adrian Nubb reported that on Sunday, January 14th, he was at his friend's house located in Guineagrass along with 3 other individuals when one of the men known to him as Benjamin Cruz, who was under the influence of alcohol, took out a firearm from his bag and fired a single shot in the air. Nubb told cops that Cruz was warned to be careful with the firearm. This is when Cruz reportedly pointed the gun at Nubb, who was seated on a motorcycle, and fired a single shot in his direction. The bullet caught Nubb on the right leg. Benjamin Cruz reportedly escaped the scene after injuring Adrian. The teen was taken to the Northern Regional Hospital, where tonight we understand he remains in a stable condition. A Belize City attorney is tonight under police investigation after a report of rape was made against him by 2 females. The incident, as reported by the 2 ladies, occurred over the weekend at the well-known attorney's home in Belize City. The young women told police that they met the attorney at a bar and had a few drinks with him, after which he offered to give them a ride home. Instead of taking them home, however, the male person reportedly took them to his home, where he said they would have one more drink before dropping them off. While at his home, the females reportedly had too much to drink and passed out. The victims reported to police that the attorney had sexual intercourse with one of them against her will. Police have since interviewed the attorney and are in the process of passing the file to the office of the DPP to determine the next step in the case.
According to the allegations as outlined by the 2 female, is that they were socializing at Thursday's nightclub here in Belize City, where they met this attorney, whom according to them they recognized from social media. And he offered them drinks whilst at the nightclub, which they accepted. And when the nightclub closed, they both left with him and had asked him to take them home. One of the female is from the Cayo area, but she was in Belize City doing a training, and so she was staying with the other female here in Belize City. And so they had asked to take them home. And according to them, while on their way home, they were told by the attorney that they would stop at his house for one final drink, after which he would take them home. They agreed, and they stopped off at a house, according to them. And whilst at the house, they continued drinking and taking some shots of tequila. One of them said that she drank to the extent that she could not recall what took place after leaving the nightclub until the next day morning, when she was awakened on the bed in the nude beside the attorney, who was also semi-nude. And her other partner, who was there with her at the same time, told her certain things. According to them, while they were at the house the night drinking, they began to become intimate. And that intimacy led to him having sexual intercourse with them against their will. And the next day morning, when they went home, the one who is from Belize City told her boyfriend what transpired, and he told her to report the matter to the police. According to their allegation is that the incident took place on Thursday night, and they came in to report it on Saturday during the day. So we have, to some extent, put together a file. The attorney was brought in yesterday by the police to be interviewed. He partook in the interview, and so we are sending the statements and his interview to the Director of Public Prosecution, and we're hoping that maybe between today and tomorrow we should be getting a feedback from the DPP providing guidance in terms of how we may proceed with the matter.
In the Old Capital, authorities are actively seeking a black Chrysler minivan believed to have been involved in the shooting death of Jose Matos. As previously mentioned, just around midday on January 12, 2024, a van drove up to Matos on Sing Street and two gunmen exited and fired over 20 shots into the driver's side of Matos's GMC. Matos died shortly after, and two women that were with him also sustained gunshot injuries. Police have been able to ascertain that these females had nothing to do with Matos's death, and that was they simply doing them a favor by offering them a ride. But going back to the van, Commissioner of Police Chester Williams says it was a rental, and at the scene of the crime, cops found expended shells belonging to a 9mm pistol and a .223 rifle.
So far, police have located one van, which we believe was the van used by those who perpetrated that criminal act. And we are currently looking for one suspect at this time. The van is a rental, was rented from an individual here in Belize City. We have the information of the person who rented the van, and that's the person we're seeking at this time.
As per the motive behind Matos's street-style execution, police suspect it's drug-related.
The truth is, for the past 3 times prior to his death, to every time he would come to the city, he would be pursued by those who may have wanted him dead. We had warned him on numerous occasions to try and stay away from the city. And seemingly he still came in. And those who were in pursuit of him managed to catch up with him. And
Matos resides in the White Cocal area of Corozal and was considered a major underworld figure with connections in Mexico. There was a minor accident reported in the community of Shipyard over the long holiday weekend. According to police, upon arrival at the scene, they saw a red Mazda pickup truck and a white Ford Ranger extensively damaged. Information from the drivers is that Sergio Marin, who was driving the Mazda pickup truck, was reportedly making a wide turn into the lane of incoming traffic when the Ford Ranger, being driven at the time by James Bull, collided into him. Both drivers escaped the accident unhurt. However, a passenger in the Ford Ranger received various degrees of injuries. An official police report was made. However, both parties agreed to settle the incident privately. Now, while this latest incident did not result in major injuries, across the country there have been an increased number of fatalities associated with traffic accidents, including several over the long weekend. With the number of fatal accidents seemingly on the rise, Commissioner of Police Chester Williams says there is more that needs to be done to patrol the highways and to enforce existing road regulations.
We certainly have met, myself and my senior command, to discuss the same issue. We do recognize that we're losing a number of persons to traffic incidents along our highways. Myself and Minister Ferguson also discussed the matter, and we had put in place an operation between the Department of Transport and the police, even all the way up to 10 p.m. at night, to see how best we can maintain some stronger presence on the highway. But I think that we have reached the point where we need to see how we can come up with a joint cabinet paper, and I had already asked Mr. Greenwich to coordinate with the Ministry of Transport again, and I'm trying to see if I can have a meeting with them on Thursday. And what I'm going to propose to them is for us to be able to sit down and see if we can do a joint cabinet paper to amend the law as it relates to the use of speed gun. I think that the way how the law is currently structured, it calls for one specific type of speed gun which is no longer in commission. And so it needs to be changed to include other types of speed guns that can be used. And then we also want to be able to amend the law likewise for the greater use of breathalyzers, so that the printed receipts issued by the breathalyzers equipment can be accepted in court as prima facie evidence against persons who are charged with the offense of being under the influence while driving. So I'll wait for that meeting tomorrow to see what else we can do. But certainly we have stepped up our presence on the highway. But you find that whenever the drivers would arrive at the checkpoint or they see the highway patrol, they would slow down, and as soon as they pass the checkpoint or the highway patrol, then they would normally pick up speed again and put themselves at peril. So we have to see what can be done, but in the meantime, we would like to appeal to drivers to really and truly exercise due care and attention whilst using the highway.
Coming up next, we take you to the Banquitas House of Culture for the opening of the Let Belize Live speeches of the Premier. Stay tuned.
With Express Plus, you can stream on the go or stream at home. Stream the latest movies, telenovelas, series, anime, or music videos from your favorite local artists. Sign up now with Centaur's Express Plus. El estancamiento de la industria azucarera ha llegado a su fin y se ha firmado un acuerdo entre los productores de caña y los molineros BSI-ASR. Han sido tiempos difíciles para todos los implicados, con repercusiones para todos nosotros y para la nación. Pero como gobierno responsable, hemos afrontado este reto como todos los demás, con respeto, serenidad y determinación. Siempre hemos confiado en nuestro pueblo, entendiendo que todo lo que queremos, cualquiera de nosotros, es simplemente una vida mejor para nuestras familias y el desarrollo de nuestro querido Belice. Se trata de un acuerdo forjado a través de un diálogo pacífico y constructivo, y nuestro primer ministro y su equipo están agradecidos a todos los implicados, a nuestros agricultores de caña que lucharon por sus derechos, a BSI-ASR que comprendieron que todos estamos juntos en esto, y a todos los que participaron para llegar a este punto. Una victoria para Belice. Esto es gobernanza real. Esto es progreso real. Cumplamos el plan. Seguimos avanzando.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected.
Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, pay $28.13 more and get the Binge Watchers Bundle with Netflix. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
On what would have been his 105th birthday, late Prime Minister and Father of the Nation, Right Honorable George Cadell Price, was honored here in Orange Walk Town on Monday. Was honored here in Orange Walk Town on Monday, January 15th, with the inauguration of an exhibit at the Banquitas House of Culture. The Let Belize Live speeches of the Premier is a collection of speeches given while George Price served in his role The Let Belize Live speeches of the Premier is a collection of speeches given while George Price served in his role as Premier of Belize. The exhibition, which first opened in Belize City in 2023 and has been traveling to different parts of the country, is now opened for viewing in Orange Walk Town. Before the exhibit was open to the public, government leaders and dignitaries, along with special invited guests, participated in a special ceremony to celebrate the life of the Father of the Nation, whose words of wisdom transcends decades. Government leaders from the Orange Walk District each honored him with special words.
Here in the north, George Price gave life to our sugar industry. He made it possible for Caneros to own their land, to live from their land, and to earn from their toil. It is because of Price that today in the north, we have the longest living and longest standing job-creating, foreign exchange earning industry in Belize, the Belizean sugar industry. an industry in which over 5,500 cane farmers still own a substantial part of it. An industry which still puts food on our tables and educates our children. An industry which continues to live and to let more than 40,000 Belizeans live. This is the legacy of George Price, the father of Belizean independence. And we must guard it. We must guard it with all our might, with our souls, and with our lives. I am sure that in these recent days of struggle in the sugar industry, which culminated in the agreement of January the 8th, Price was looking down at us from heaven, proudly, as our government stood up for our farmers and got them an agreement by which the sugar industry continues to live.
Similarly, area reps from Orange Walk South and East reiterated Price's teachings, which his party, the People's United Party, continues to follow to this day.
Today, as we celebrate George Price, let us not forget the great sufferings he had. If we believe that we are stressed today, can you imagine being stressed, the stress he underwent, being a colonial country and being under the colonial masters? He fought them. He fought them with his brain, he fought them with his might, his willpower, and the will to do good for every single Belizean. As we move into 2024, we take into consideration the small farmers, the small person. We must also take into consideration the investors. And so what we hope today is what he had hoped, that there be justice for one and justice for all.
As we inaugurate the Let Belize Live speeches of the Premier, we open a window into the past that allows us to draw from Mr. Price's wisdom. This exhibition is more than a collection of speeches. It is an educational treasure trove, a source of inspiration for the people of Orange Walk Town and all Belizeans indeed. I invite each of you to immerse yourselves in the words of our beloved Premier, our beloved Father of the Nation, our great leader, to be inspired by the call to service, his vision of unity, and his unshakable belief in the potential of our great nation. Let us honor his legacy by continuing to work towards the Belize that George Price envisioned, a Belize characterized by peace, progress, and prosperity.
PUP Chairman and Minister of the Public Service, Honorable Henry Charles Usher, Price's grandnephew, gave the keynote address during this weekend celebration, where he recalled his uncle's life, which led him to becoming the nation's most revered hero.
The lessons of George Price transcend generations and are as relevant today as they were 5 decades ago. I will be here for the rest of today if I start to speak of George Price's political achievements. But there are 2 points that I wish for us to reflect on. First, in his official speech after being elected to the City Council in 1947, he is reported as saying, "People of Belize, the time has come when there must be a determined and successful effort to achieve national unity. In order to make that effort, we must reduce to a minimum arguments and purposeless discussion and get down to work." Quite remarkable that he was fomenting the idea of independence from a municipal platform. And second, going back to the interview with my son John, who asked Uncle George if he was nervous in 1980, 1981, when independence was so close. He answered, "No, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't anxious. And this was even after struggling for so many years to achieve this great independence. He was not nervous because he knew that he had the support of the Belizean people, and through his strength of conviction, because of his Christian faith.
The Let Belize Live speeches of the premier collection will be available for viewing at the Banquitas House of Culture for the next 8 weeks. For the fourth consecutive year, dating back to 2021, the official opening of the legal year took place virtually today, Tuesday, January 16th. Part of the reason is that the old Treasury building, which hosts the event, is still being refurbished following the ravages of Hurricane Lisa in November 2022. The church service that usually opens the event was attended in person but recorded at Wesley Methodist Church on Albert Street. The inspection of the Guard of Honor and official addresses from the Chief Justice, Attorney General, and President of the Bar Association were pre-recorded. During her discourse, Chief Justice of Belize, Louise Blendman, opened the legal year 2024 by referring to the challenges the judiciary faces.
It is no secret that the senior courts face mounting backlogs, which created significant impediments to providing timely, efficient, and effective access to justice. Indeed, the backlogs were severe and crippling. Morale throughout the judiciary was enervated, and public confidence in the delivery of justice was low. The physical conditions of courtrooms and offices were unfit for their purpose. The untimely delivery of judgments was unsatisfactory in a few cases, with matters taking years to be completed. The systems in the registry were not as efficient as they ought to have been. There was therefore immediate need to implement measures aimed at rectifying these difficulties in order to enhance the delivery of justice.
Justice Blendman also outlined how the judiciary managed to overcome the challenges.
Robust case management is now being conducted in criminal and civil cases with increased efficiency. Second, the increased use of the sentencing indications has been encouraged and has led to the disposal of criminal matters without trial. Third, there is more stringent adjournment policy, which has led to increased trial and hearing dates certainty in both criminal and civil courts. Fourth, increased reliance is now being placed on alternative dispute resolution methodologies, including court-connected mediation, which is now widely used in civil cases. Fifth, there is a stringently implemented zero-tolerance policy for long outstanding judgments. As a general rule, judgments are expected to be delivered within 6 months. Sixth, more efficient systems and processes have been adopted in the court registries.
But while morale within the judiciary and confidence in it from the public entered the year low, with support from the government, more judges were added and procedures streamlined to allow for faster hearing and judgment of cases in both the civil and criminal jurisdiction.
In the past year, the government of Belize, after steadfast, respectful, and determined advocacy by the judiciary, recognized that any developed and vibrant democracy must have an effective and efficient judiciary. They took positive steps which improved the conditions of the judiciary significantly, and which ultimately led to the courts being able to attract a full complement of suitable justices. This, together with the new policies relating to adjournments, judgment writing, and the additional judicial staff, has resulted in the remarkable reduction of the backlog and the more timely disposal of cases. The effect of this improvement in judicial efficiency will positively impact development in Belize and its economic growth.
As for Attorney General Anthony Sylvester, he spoke on the drafting of important legislation that his office has been working on, including the Extradition Act 2023.
Madam Chief Justice, Over the past legal year, the Attorney General's Chambers has been extremely active, drafting amendments to a number of pieces of existing legislation, coming up with new legislation in relation to areas of the law which have been prioritized by government, and drafting subsidiary legislations. A total of 54 pieces of legislations were passed by the National Assembly in 2023, and a total of 159 statutory instruments were drafted and promulgated, compared to some 31 pieces of legislation enacted and 175 statutory instruments being promulgated the previous year. Amongst these acts enacted in 2023 were a new Fiscal Incentives Act, a new Extradition Act, the Civil Asset Recovery and Unexplained Wealth Act, and the Law Revision Amendment Act. The new Fiscal Incentives Act repealed the previous act, which was enacted in 1990, and replaced it with provisions to streamline fiscal incentive programs and, to amongst other things, improve access to incentives for MSMEs. The new Extradition Act introduced provisions to simplify and expedite the procedure for extraditions and to provide for extradition to Commonwealth countries as well. May I dare say that the success rate of attorneys who practice in this area of the law may become even more dim.
As to the turnover of judges, hard-working criminal jurisdiction Judge Ricardo O'Neill Sancroft completed his term, and long-standing High Court Justice Herbert Lord, a former Chief Magistrate, retired in December, while civil court judges Patricia Farnese and Genevieve Chabot ended their contracts. The Chief Justice welcomed their replacements and called on Belizean legal practitioners to join the judiciary. The judiciary now has a 3-year strategic plan to improve further the efficiency and effectiveness of our courts and registries. It is expected that new and improved plans and policies will improve the system and service offered to litigants and the Belizean public, including greater use of technology. Still, as many as 90% of cases in the Belizean legal system go to trial, and only 10% are resolved through alternative dispute resolution, a ratio the Chief Justice said must change. The National Mediation Committee has been revived after 2 years of dormancy in an effort to oversee this transformation. The Progressive Sugarcane Producers Association is celebrating 9 years of being involved in the sugar industry. Back in 2016, the association was established under the Sugar Act and was Fair Trade certified 6 months after. Today, the association boasts of 800 members and a list of employees. Janela Zayeta, Program Director for PCPA, outlined some of the projects implemented by the association to empower its membership and their children.
Progressive, we own our own drones, so to monitor our own fields. Dean mentioned that we offer gifts. So as it's an incentive program, a remediation program that Progressive has. We have 3 greenhouses on our 5-acre plot, and these greenhouses, on a daily basis, we cultivate organic produce. We have a program that's a poultry program where we provide our cañeros or cañeras with 25 chicklings or chicks, and then they can start their own chicken, or if they want to sell eggs, because we're well aware that the crop cycle is only for 6 months. So what do our cane farmers do for the other 6 months? Where is their revenue coming from, especially for the ones that rely solely on sugarcane as their primary income? We've recently closed a project with the UNDP Jeff SGP Small Grant Program, where Dean spearheaded that at the very end, with 17 cañeras or agricultoras, and the program was like a matching grant program. So SGP gave us some money or financing, and they also gave the different participants a small grant.
And with the sugar industry being as dynamic as it is, the association has also entered an agreement with cane cutters.
So what we're trying to have fully established is an agreement between the group leader, the harvesting group leader, and the cane cutters so they can have something official. Because we believe that under fair trade we have to abide by that. You know, every person has their rights. And this cane cutter agreement has that. It has stated everything that a cane cutter must be provided by us, which is the protective equipment. Every cane cutter needs to have, you know, what is the caps for when the sun is too hot, their protective gears, what is for them not to get damaged by the machete. Also, the water that they consume is it's stated in the contract. That's why we give the thermos to cane cutters. Also, the first aid kit, which we are giving at this moment to our cane cutters. Every group, we need to give them a proper first aid kit, and also give them instructions on how to properly use in case of any slight emergency, so that person can be transported to get the medical care in the hospital. Right? We're just the first responding whenever we have that first aid kit present in the field. So that cane cutter agreement states all that every cutter, every group has the right to have those things present for their workers, and also gives a sense of comfort to the group leader that he knows that he has a set group of cane cutters.
The agreement also establishes the amount of salary that each cane cutter should receive. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Wednesday, January 17th here on CTV3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BV. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV2 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.